everyone, and welcome back to another episode. I'm Emma, and I'm so excited to be here with you today.
Hey everyone, I'm Paul. It's great to see all of you again. Emma, how are you doing today?
Hi, Paul. I'm doing really well. Thank you for asking. I'm excited about our topic today. How about you? How's your day been so far?
My day's been pretty good. I had a productive morning, I went for a jog, made some breakfast, and now I'm here ready to chat with you.
That sounds like a great start to the day. I'm impressed that you went jogging. I'm not really a morning exercise person.
Yeah, I know not everyone likes morning workouts, but it helps me wake up and feel energized for the rest of the day.
That makes sense. I prefer going for walks in the evening when it's cooler and quieter.
Evening walks are nice too. There's something peaceful about walking when the day is winding down.
Exactly. So, Paul, before we dive into today's topic, did anything interesting happen to you this week?
Let me think. Oh yes, actually, I tried a new restaurant on Tuesday. It was a Thai place downtown.
Oh, really? How was it? I love Thai food.
It was delicious. I ordered pad Thai and green curry. The curry was a bit spicy, but I really enjoyed it.
That sounds amazing. I haven't had Thai food in a while. I should go try that place.
You definitely should. I can give you the name of the restaurant after we finish recording.
Perfect. I'd appreciate that. So, speaking of trying new things, that actually connects to our topic today.
Oh, how so?
Well, today we're going to talk about daily life English conversations. And going to restaurants is definitely a part of daily life.
That's absolutely true. So we're going to discuss everyday situations and conversations that people have in English.
Exactly. This is especially helpful for intermediate learners who want to improve their conversational English skills.
I think this is a really practical topic because when you're learning a language, you need to know how to handle real-life situations.
Right. You can study grammar and vocabulary, but knowing how to actually use English in daily situations is so important.
So, Emma, what kind of daily situations do you think we should talk about?
Well, there are so many, like ordering food at a restaurant, shopping at a store, talking to neighbors, making small talk at work.
Those are great examples. How about we go through some of these situations and discuss common phrases and expressions?
I love that idea. Let's start with something simple. Paul, how about shopping? Everyone needs to go shopping, right?
Yes, definitely. Shopping is something we all do regularly. So, Emma, let's imagine you're at a clothing store. What would you typically say?
Okay, good scenario. Well, first, when I enter a store, usually a salesperson approaches me and says something like, "Hi, how are you today? Can I help you find anything?"
Right. And what do you usually respond?
If I'm just looking around, I usually say, "I'm just browsing, thank you." Or sometimes I say, "I'm just looking around."
Those are both very natural responses. What if you actually need help finding something?
Then I might say, "Yes, actually, I'm looking for a black sweater. Do you have any in stock?"
Perfect. That's a clear, polite way to ask. And what about when you want to try something on?
I would say, "Can I try this on?" Or, "Where are the fitting rooms?"
Exactly. Those are the phrases you need. And after trying something on, if it doesn't fit, what would you say?
I might say, "Do you have this in a larger size?" Or, "This is too small. Do you have a medium?"
Great. And if you like it and want to buy it?
Then I'd take it to the cashier and say, "I'd like to buy this, please."
Perfect. And the cashier might ask, would you like to pay with cash or card?
Right. And I'd say, "Card, please." It's all pretty straightforward once you know the common phrases.
Absolutely. You know what I find interesting, Emma? A lot of these conversations follow a pattern.
What do you mean by that?
Well, like in shopping situations, there's usually a greeting, then asking for help or information, then making a decision, and finally completing the transaction.
Oh, that's a really good observation. So if learners understand the pattern, they can feel more confident in these situations.
Exactly. It's not just about memorizing phrases, it's about understanding how conversations flow.
I love that perspective. Okay, Paul, let's talk about another common situation. How about ordering food at a restaurant?
Great choice. Restaurant conversations are super common. Why don't you start? What happens when you first arrive at a restaurant?
Okay, so when I walk into a restaurant, the host usually says, "Hi, welcome. How many people in your party?"
And you would say,
"Just 2, please." Or if I'm alone, "Just 1, please."
right. And then the host might say, "Follow me, please," and take you to your table.
Yes, and then they'd say something like, "Here's your table. Your server will be with you shortly."
Perfect. So then you sit down, and after a minute or two, the server comes to your table.
Right. The server usually says, "Hi, my name is Sarah, and I'll be your server today. Can I start you off with something to drink?"
And that's when you order your drinks. Like, "I'll have a water, please," or "Can I get an iced tea?"
Exactly. And the server might say, "I'll be right back with your drinks, and then we can take your food order."
This is such a typical restaurant conversation. What happens when the server comes back?
Well, they bring the drinks and ask, "Are you ready to order, or do you need a few more minutes?"
And if you're ready, you tell them your order. Like, "I'll have the chicken pasta, please."
Right. And the server might ask follow-up questions like, "Would you like a salad or soup with that?"
Or, "How would you like your steak cooked?" if you ordered steak.
Yes, those are really common questions. It's good for learners to know these so they're not surprised when the server asks.
Definitely. What about when you finish eating? What's the typical conversation then?
Usually, the server comes back and asks, "How was everything?" And I say, "It was delicious, thank you."
And then they might ask, "Can I get you anything else? Dessert? Coffee?"
Right. And if I'm full, I say, "No, thank you, just the check, please."
And in American English, we say the check. But I think in British English, they say the bill.
That's true. Good point, Paul. It's the same thing, just different words.
So, Emma, let's move on to another situation. What about small talk with neighbors or coworkers?
Oh, that's a good one. Small talk is so important in American culture, isn't it?
It really is. Americans love making small talk. It's a way to be friendly and build connections with people.
Yes. So, Paul, let's say you run into your neighbor in the hallway. What would you say?
Well, first I'd say, "Hey, how's it going?" Or, "Hi, how are you?"
And the neighbor would probably say, "I'm good, thanks. How about you?"
Right. And then I might say, "Pretty good. Beautiful day today, isn't it?"
Weather. That's such a classic small talk topic.
Yeah, Americans talk about weather all the time. It's a safe, easy topic that everyone can relate to.
That's true. What are some other small talk topics?
Well, on a Monday, you might ask, "How was your weekend?"
Yes, and the person might say, "It was nice. I went hiking with my family. How about yours?"
And then you share what you did. Like, "Mine was relaxing. I just stayed home and watched some movies."
Exactly. These conversations are usually pretty short and light, right?
Yeah, small talk isn't meant to be deep or long. It's just a friendly exchange to acknowledge someone and be polite.
That's a good way to explain it. What about small talk at work? Is it different?
It's similar, but maybe a bit more professional. Like, you might ask a coworker, "How's your project going?"
Or, "Did you have a good lunch?" That's a common one in offices.
Yes. Or if it's Friday, you might say, "Any fun plans for the weekend?"
Right. And people usually keep it positive. Like, "Yeah, I'm planning to visit my parents." Or, "Not much, just relaxing at home."
Exactly. Small talk at work is about being friendly and maintaining good relationships with colleagues.
That's so important. Okay, Paul, let's talk about another situation. How about phone conversations? Those can be tricky for language learners.
Oh, that's a great point. Phone conversations can be challenging because you can't see the other person's face or body language.
Right, so you have to rely completely on listening. Let's practice. Paul, imagine I'm calling you. How would you answer the phone?
Okay. Hello?
Hi, Paul. This is Emma. How are you?
Hi, Emma. I'm doing well, thanks. What's up?
I was wondering if you're free this Saturday. I'm having a barbecue at my place.
Oh, that sounds fun. What time?
Around 2 in the afternoon. Can you make it?
Yeah, I should be able to. Can I bring anything?
Oh, you don't have to, but if you want, maybe bring some soda?
And water.
Perfect. I'll text you my address. See you Saturday.
Sounds good. Thanks for the invitation, Emma. See you then.
Okay, so that was a pretty natural phone conversation, right?
Yeah, it had all the key elements. Greeting, asking the purpose of the call, making plans, and ending politely.
Exactly. And we both used common expressions like, "What's up?" and "Can I bring anything?"
Those are really useful phrases for casual phone conversations with friends.
What if it's more of a formal phone call, like calling a doctor's office to make an appointment?
Good question. That would be more formal. You'd probably say, "Hello, I'd like to schedule an appointment with Dr. Smith."
Right. And the receptionist might say, "Of course, what days work best for you?"
And you'd respond with your availability, like, "I'm available on Tuesday or Wednesday afternoons."
Yes, and then they'd check the schedule and offer you specific times. We have an opening on Tuesday at 3 p.m. Does that work?
And you'd confirm, "Yes, that works perfectly. Thank you."
See, even formal phone calls follow a pattern. Once you know the pattern, it becomes much easier.
Absolutely. Emma, what about asking for directions? That's another common daily situation.
Oh, yes. Asking for directions is really useful, especially if you're in a new city or area.
So let's practice. Emma, imagine I'm lost and I need to find the post office. What would I ask you?
Okay, so you might come up to me and say, "Excuse me, do you know where the post office is?"
Excuse me, do you know where the post office is?
And I might say, "Oh, yes, it's just 2 blocks down this street, on the left side."
2 blocks down on the left. Got it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
That was simple, but what if the directions are more complicated?
Then I might say something like, "Go straight for about 3 blocks, then turn right at the traffic light. The post office will be on your right, next to the bank."
That's more detailed. And if I didn't understand, I could ask, "Could you repeat that, please?"
Exactly. It's totally okay to ask someone to repeat directions. Most people are happy to help.
What if you don't know where something is?
Then I'd honestly say, "I'm sorry, I'm not sure, but there's an information desk inside that building. They can help you."
That's a helpful response. You're being honest, but also trying to help by pointing them to someone who would know.
Right. It's always good to try to help, even if you don't have all the answers.
So, Emma, we've covered a lot of different situations today. Shopping, restaurants, small talk, phone calls, asking for directions.
We have. And I think the key message is that all of these conversations follow certain patterns.
Exactly. Once you understand the patterns and learn some common phrases, these situations become much less intimidating.
I agree completely. What advice would you give to learners who want to improve their daily conversation skills?
Well, first, I'd say don't be afraid to practice. Even if you make mistakes, that's okay. People usually understand what you mean.
That's great advice. Making mistakes is part of learning. What else?
Listen to how native speakers talk in these situations. Watch movies, TV shows, or even YouTube videos to hear real conversations.
Yes, immersion is so important. You learn not just the words, but also the tone and rhythm of conversations.
And I'd also say practice role-playing with a friend or language partner. Act out different scenarios like we did today.
That's excellent. Role-playing helps you feel more prepared for real situations.
What advice would you give, Emma?
I'd say pay attention to common phrases and expressions, like, "How's it going?" or "Can I help you find anything?" These come up all the time.
Good point. These set phrases are like building blocks for conversations.
Exactly. And I'd also encourage learners to not worry too much about being perfect. Communication is about connecting with people, not about perfect grammar.
That's so true. As long as you can get your message across, you're doing great.
And one more thing, be observant. When you're in daily situations, pay attention to what people say and how they say it.
That's wonderful advice. It's like learning by doing and observing at the same time.
Exactly. Real life is the best classroom for learning conversational English.
Well said, Emma. You know, I think we've covered a lot of really practical information today.
I think so too. I hope our viewers feel more confident about handling these daily conversations.
Me too. These are skills that people use every single day, so they're really valuable to learn.
Absolutely. And remember, everyone starts somewhere. Even native speakers had to learn how to order food at a restaurant or make small talk with neighbors.
That's true. Nobody's born knowing how to order food at a restaurant or make small talk with neighbors.
Right. So be patient with yourself and just keep practicing.
And don't forget that most people are kind and patient when they know you're learning English. They want to help you.
That's such an important point. Most people appreciate the effort you're making to communicate in their language.
Definitely. Okay, Emma, I think we should start wrapping up. Do you have any final thoughts for our viewers?
Yes, my final thought is this. These daily conversations might seem small, but they're actually really important. They help you connect with people and navigate life in English-speaking environments.
Beautifully said.
My final thought is to encourage everyone to be brave and just try. You might feel nervous at first, but every conversation is practice.
Perfect advice. And remember, everyone makes mistakes sometimes. That's completely normal and okay.
Absolutely. The most important thing is to keep communicating and keep learning.
Well, everyone, thank you so much for watching today's episode. I hope you found these examples and tips helpful.
Yes, thank you for joining us. We covered shopping, restaurants, small talk, phone conversations, and asking for directions today.
And remember, these are skills you can practice every day. Look for opportunities to have these conversations in English.
Great reminder. Whether you're talking to a store clerk, ordering food, or chatting with a neighbor, every conversation is a chance to improve.
Exactly. So go out there and practice with confidence.
And don't forget to be patient with yourself. Language learning is a journey, not a race.
Love that. Okay, everyone, we'll see you in the next episode. Until then, keep practicing your English.
Yes, keep learning, keep improving, and most importantly, enjoy the process.
Take care, everyone.
Bye. See you next time.
Bye-bye.